the same after seeing this tanker suddenly crumple on itself. And it might be surprising to know that it's actually atmospheric pressure, which is the air around us pushing against the container, that made it crumple into itself. Now let me explain how that works. Atmospheric pressure is really just a bunch of gas particles just crashing into the container's wall really fast, each with its own little amount of force. Now, all of these gas particles crashing result in a force acting inwards to the container. Now, let's not forget the gas particles inside of the container also crashing against the container's wall with their own force acting outwards. Now, if there's less gas particles inside crashing at a given time to the container's wall than there's outside, this will result in a net force acting inwards. This net force, if strong enough, can then go ahead and literally get air around us crushing the container into itself. So here I like to show you an example of how changing the pressure on one side of a container results in a net force, and this net force can then go ahead and change the shape of the container. Here I'm gonna be using a balloon with already some air inside of it, and I'm gonna be putting it inside a vacuum. And we'll then see what happens. As you can see, the balloon begins to grow in size. As we decrease the pressure outside of the balloon, a net force acts on the walls of the balloon, making it expand. Because the balloon has little structure, the net force easily changes the shape of it. Now then, in the case of the tanker, the structure of the tanker is able to resist the change in its shape for quite a while. That is, until the net force is too great and it makes it suddenly crumple up, showing us something really scary, but at the same time really cool. Hope you liked this video. Hope you learned something.